Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, a developing story here in Perry County. One person is seriously injured after a crash on Highway 80 near Hazard. The crash involved a tractor trailer and a car right before the intersection of Fazoli's and East Perry Elementary. Hazard police tell us the car drove up under the back of the tractor trailer. The driver of that car was taken by ambulance to Hazard ARH. Their name and condition is not known. The road was partially shut down as police reconstructed the crash. More than 77 years after the deadly attack on Pearl Harbor, one Pikeville native story is coming to a close. The Defense POW MIA accounting agency announced Millard Burke, who was 19 when he died at Pearl Harbor, is accounted for and will have a proper burial. WYMT's Connor James talked with family members and joins us now with more from the newsroom.
Through stories they've heard, family of Millard Burke Jr. tell me he was an energetic, fun-loving person. And after he died in 1941, for months, Pikeville was not the same. A Navy seaman, he was assigned to the battleship USS Oklahoma. That ship was attacked by the Japanese aircraft during Pearl Harbor. 439 crewmen died on that ship. Only 35 remains were initially identified. Now, after all these years, Burke will be able to be reunited with his family.
There will be a 21-gun salute. There will be an admiral there to present me with the folded flag. And there will be a short service. I can say some words, which I'm going to. And there's going to be my older son and his whole family, 3 kids and his wife are going to be there.
Now, Burke will be buried again at the Punch Bowl in Hawaii, this time with a marked grave. That will be on July 19th.
All right, incredible story. Connor, thank you very much, and we'll have much more on this coming up tonight at 6. Well, you might see more red, white, and blue today since it is Flag Day. The holiday celebrating the American flag originated in 1916 when President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed it. Congress then established it as a national day of observance in 1949. Government buildings are required to fly the flag all week. Flag etiquette requires that no other flag can be flown higher than the national flag and that the flag cannot touch the ground or any surfaces beneath it.
Out here living my best life. We are hanging out with my sweet, sweet friend. Oh, she's so sweet. We're at the Perry County Fair here in Hazard. Definitely come out and see. They have shows tonight at 5:30 and 7:30. And she really wants to see it. Look at her dancing. Oh, I'm just having the time of my life. Let's go ahead and get into some weather here. We'll go ahead and check out Interstate 75. Looking over into London, you'll notice we're seeing plenty of blue skies. Even looking over into Whitesburg, seeing much of the same story. It's really been a gorgeous day to come get out, come hang out with my friend Zoe here. And as we look into satellite and radar, you'll notice clear throughout the day. It's been plenty of sunshine. And as we look at those temperatures, you'll notice those low to mid 70s outside, feeling great. Sun a little bit warm, but at least it's not hot and humid out there. So we head through the rest of this evening. We'll continue to see those clear conditions, temperatures into the upper 60s, dropping as we head into the overnight hours, but overall not too bad. Beautiful Saturday in store as we go ahead and check out those headlines. Showers and storms so increase, especially as we head into your Sunday. Soggy work week ahead. I'll have those details with my friend Zoe here coming up in just a few short minutes. Steve?
Those sea lions definitely put on a show. Thank you very much, Paige. A woman found safety inside a Southern Kentucky Walmart, claiming her boyfriend was holding her against her will. The woman told police that Elmo Carroll threatened to beat her if she left the tent they were staying in. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on the allegations and the suspect's response from jail.
Elmo Carroll was still in the Laurel County Jail this morning facing charges of assault and unlawful imprisonment. Now, police are telling us that this woman says that he beat her and then threatened her for wanting to leave, but he claims from jail that it's a story that she made up. Elmo Clinton Carroll tells us from jail that his girlfriend had just left an abusive relationship and still had the bruises and scars from that. He says her injuries were not inflicted by him. But police say the woman told them Carroll kept her captive in a tent and then threatened her when she wanted to leave. But she did leave when police say the pair went shopping at Walmart. Police say the store's employees provided a safe place for her while they called deputies. Carroll was arrested and he denies abusing her.
when I found her, she was like that, really, you know what I mean, bruised up and stuff from her last relationship. It was up in Economy Inn up here in London where her father and them kicked her out. There's a reason why that I had her the way it was, because my family wouldn't take me back.
In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Carroll admits to us he has been in jail numerous times before, but claims he would not hurt anyone. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s attorney says surveillance video will exonerate the Oscar winner of a groping accusation. The actor pleaded not guilty to 2 charges stemming from a visit to a New York bar last weekend. They are misdemeanor counts of forcible touching and sex abuse in the 3rd degree. Gooding's attorney says security footage posted by TMZ shows the moment in question at a New York City bar Sunday night. Gooding appears to be sitting next to 2 women and reaching over to touch one of them. CBS News has not been able to independently verify that video. By walking free yesterday, Gooding said little.
Do you maintain that you didn't do anything wrong? Yes. What do you say about the video?
Watch it.
The 29-year-old accuser claims Gooding was intoxicated and squeezed her breast without her consent. Despite the allegation, legal analysts say they doubt the case will go to trial. Tensions are high in one of the world's most strategic regions after attacks on 2 tankers near the Persian Gulf. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo lays the blame squarely on Iran. The U.S. says they have evidence showing an Iranian patrol boat coming alongside and removing an unexploded mine from one of the tanker's hulls and making off with the evidence. The U.S. says other mines Iran planted did explode. The explosion left one tanker badly damaged and in danger of sinking. The other is in danger of drifting into Iranian waters. A retired admiral explains how an attack like this could be pulled off.
This was actually a fairly high-skilled attack, probably conducted by a small boat coming alongside the ship, attaching a limpet mine or 2 or 3 to the ship, and then making its escape in time to avoid the explosion.
But to add to more confusion, the owner of one of the tankers says moments before the attack, the crew saw flying objects suggesting possibly the tankers were bombed. Pompeo says the U.S. response to the attacks would focus on diplomatic and economic measures. President Donald Trump celebrated his 73rd birthday with a nearly 1-hour call to Fox and Friends this morning. But this comes as he faces intense backlash for comments he made about accepting opposition research from foreign people. The president now says he would notify law enforcement if a foreign government offered up dirt on a political opponent in the 2020 presidential election. Here's a portion of the president's call on Fox.
Of course, you have to look at it, because if you don't look at it, you're not going to know if it's bad. How are you going to know if it's bad? But of course, you give it to the FBI or report it to the Attorney General or somebody like that.
Now, that's different from what the president told ABC News. In that interview, the president said he would not notify the FBI if a foreign government offered dirt on political opponents. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Friday afternoon. The Dow closes down today more than 17 points. Well, Father's Day, of course, is this Sunday. The National Retail Federation says Americans are expected to spend a record $16 billion this year. Last year, people spent $15.3 billion. Most will spend money on items like greeting cards, dinners, and clothing. But do you still need some gift ideas? Well, the most requested Father's Day gifts are fishing gear, college sports apparel, and athletic equipment. Sunglasses and pellet grills also rank high on the list. The 6th annual Barberville Barbecue Cook-Off and Festival started this morning. The contest is Kansas City barbecue sanctioned, with more than 50 contestants represented from around 8 different states. The festival will also include free concerts throughout the weekend.
It's going to be a nice weekend. Come on down, enjoy the food, enjoy the concerts, and see who wins the grand prize.
Mayor David Thompson says the winners of the barbecue contest will take home a combined total of $10,000, and of that, $3,000 will go to the grand champion. Straight ahead on First at 4, the suspect accused of shooting a former Red Sox legend speaks from jail, claiming the former player was not his intended target.
And I'm live here at the Perry County Fair with my friend Zoe, where we'll have a look at your full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.